Dick Van Dyke Show. Starring Dick Van Dyke, Rosemary, Maury Amsterdam, Larry Matthews, and Mary Tyler Moore.
Hi, Dick Van Dyke Show friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is KJ Ricardo, and today's episode is a guest star spotlight. I like to do guest star spotlights every now and then, and today's episode is on Allan Melvin. Now, he appeared several times on the Dick Van Dyke Show, 8 episodes to be exact, and he's a very memorable character. He's usually in the flashback episodes looking at Rob's days in the military. But what do we really know about Allan Melvin, the actor who played these characters? So let's get into his biography. So he was born on February 18th, 1923 in Kansas City, Missouri, and he passed away on January 17th, 2008. He was raised by his grandparents in New York City, where he attended Columbia University for journalism, and after graduation he served in the U.S. Navy during World War II. Following the war, he worked for NBC Radio in the sound effects department. During his free time, he would perform in nightclubs, and he eventually won on Arthur Godfrey's talent show. He appeared on Broadway for a short period, and then he eventually got his big break in television, where he appeared as Corporal Steve Henshaw on the popular 1950s show, The Phil Silver Show. He was proudest of this show. Everyone was really relaxed, and the camaraderie of the guys made it a pleasant experience for him. Allan would become known as a popular TV guest star. He often played the tough guy or a military person. He appeared in shows like Beetle Bailey, as well as Make Room for Daddy, in addition to the Joey Bishop Show. And then he was the voice of Magilla Gorilla on the Magilla Gorilla Show, as well as Perry Mason and the Flintstones. And he was on the Andy Griffith Show. He's pretty well known on being on that program, as well as The Adventures of Gulliver, Gomer, Pyle, USMC, as well as the voice of Drooper on the Banana Splits Adventure Hour, as well as The Secret Lives of Waldo Kitty, the Quickie Koala Shows, the voice of Joey Bungle, as well as playing Barney on All in the Family, which he later reprised this role on Archie Bunker's Place. And then he was also Alice's boyfriend, Sam the Butcher, on the Brady Bunch, and he's pretty well known for this role. This is what I always identify him as well as many other TV appearances and voiceover work. He worked a lot for producer Sheldon Leonard, and of course that includes on the 1960s show, The Dick Van Dyke Show. So he appeared 8 times on the show, and he's pretty well known and very memorable. You kind of recognize him, but he was in the show a lot more than you probably think. And so we're going to look at these 8 episodes in great detail. The first episode is Harrison B. Harding of Camp Crowder, Missouri. And so this man, Harrison B. Harding, comes to Rob's office and says, hey, we knew each other from the military days. But Rob doesn't recognize him at all.
Robert Petrie.
Harrison B. Harding.
You haven't changed one bit since Camp Crowder, Rob.
Oh, well, you look exactly the same.
I do. I lost 57 pounds.
Oh, I noticed that. That was obvious there, but I mean, put that weight back on, and you're the same old Harrison, glasses and all.
I didn't wear glasses in the Army.
Well, I meant that you take off the glasses and put on the weight. You're the same guy.
So Rob doesn't know this guy, and so he becomes suspicious of him. Is he actually a military friend, or is he a thief? Is he going to steal something valuable? And so, is he a thief? Well, you just have to watch the episode to find out. The next episode is Will You Two Be My Wife? And this is the first time we see Allan Melvin as the military guy on the Dick Van Dyke Show. He plays one of Rob's friends from the military days. And so Rob has to break up with his former girlfriend in this episode in order to marry Laura. And Allan plays his good friend Sam, and he really helps Rob out in some situations, and he offers advice, but sometimes it's humorous advice.
Did you tell her?
No.
You didn't tell her.
How could I, Sam? How can I tell her that I gotta go get rid of another fiancée before I can marry her and go on a honeymoon with her?
You could write a note and pin it to a tutu.
Man, Sam, I've known her all my life. She's a friend.
A friend? You were gonna marry a friend?
Why I gotta go talk to her face to face. How can you break news like that in a letter, anyway?
Well, like this. You write, Dear Dorothy, how are you? I am fine. Regards to your mother and father, sincerely, Sergeant Petrie, P.S. I'm sorry you couldn't make it here for my wedding.
The next episode is Honeymoons Are for the Lucky, and once again, this is a flashback episode to Rob's days in the military, and Allan plays Rob's best friend, Sam. Rob wants to get away from the military base so he can enjoy his honeymoon with Laura. And so Sam is really there to help Rob during this situation, but it sometimes leads to a mess, which is hilarious. The next episode is the Allan Brady Show Goes to Jail, and in this episode, Allan is playing a different character. He's playing a police guard. Rob ends up in jail when the gang is performing at this prison. Rob is mistaken as a real prisoner, and so he's thrown into jail. And Allan plays this guard, and he's a real tough guy, and he won't listen to Rob, and he won't let him out of jail. The next episode is No Rice at My Wedding. Once again, we're back to flashback episodes to Rob's days in the military. Rob is having this contest where this military guy gets to go on a date with Laura. And so it's a really nice episode. I enjoy it. Of course, this guy isn't Rob Petrie. He's not supposed to end up with Laura. And really, Allan is playing Sam once again in this episode, and he's helping Rob out in this episode. The next episode is Body and Saul, and this time Allan's character's name is Saul, which we saw at the beginning of the Dick Van Dyke Show, but it was a different actor who played Saul. And so, is his name really Sam, or is it Saul? That's what I want to know. I think there's some inconsistency there. But in this episode, Rob is going to have a boxing match with this other really great competitor at the military base. And Saul, of course, is defending his friend. The next episode is Remember the Alimony. In this episode, Allan is once again playing Saul Pomerantz. So he's back to being Saul. And Rob and Laura are newly married. And so they want to spend some time alone. But Saul and the other military guys keep interrupting them. And they're going to play a game of cards. And Laura is really irritated by this. She wants to spend some time with Rob, and so it's a nice episode featuring that. And the last episode is The Gunslinger, and in this episode, Allan is playing a completely different character. And so this is a dream sequence episode, and Rob dreams that he's in this old western town, and he's going to have this duel. And so Allan comes in as a gun salesman, and he provides a gun for Rob to use. And it's a nice little guest star spot for Allan. Looking at the rest of his career, Allan was in really high demand as a voice actor during his later career. He stopped guest starring on shows and instead offered his voice, which could mimic other voices perfectly. So he provided voice work for many cartoons, including Flash Gordon, The Jetsons, Popeye and Son, The New Yogi Bear Show, Yo Yogi, and others until his retirement in the 1990s. But he was also a really popular actor for many TV commercials. He appeared in commercials for Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes, Remington Electric Racers, and the liquid Plumr drain opener. He appeared in commercials for over 15 years.
Nothing's gonna clear this clog.
Oh, yeah? Try heavy-duty liquid Plumr with heavy-duty power.
Heavy-duty power?
Power to clear tough hair clogs. No leading drain opener can beat it.
Not this liquid?
Nope.
Not even crystal?
Oh, works better than crystal. Use crystal and liquid Plumr on hair clogged sinks. 30 minutes later, crystal sink's still backed up.
Liquid Plumr's clearing that tough hair clog.
That's heavy-duty power.
No leading drain opener can beat it.
Heavy-duty liquid Plumr.
Looking at his personal life a little bit, Allan married his wife, Amalia, in March 1944, and they had 2 daughters, Mia, who died in 1970, and Jennifer. Allan and Amalia were married until his death on January 17, 2008, from cancer. He was 84 years old. He was buried nearby his good friend, Carol O'Connor, who played Archie Bunker on All in the Family. And that's really it. That's all I have for you this week. And I hope you enjoyed learning more about Allan Melvin's career. He had a really great career in television, but also voiceover work. He guest starred in a lot of TV shows like Andy Griffith, Gomer, Pyle, All in the Family, the Brady Bunch, of course. I think that's where I first recognized Allan Melvin as like, yeah, that's Alice's boyfriend, Sam the Butcher, but of course he's also Dick Van Dyke. He's just one of those character actors where you recognize him and you say, oh yeah, he was on this show, or whatever show you recognize him from. And so he was a great guest star and voice actor, and as long as there are reruns, we'll always remember him. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a special video from me to you. Hi everyone, I just wanted to film a quick video and just thank all of you for 300 subscribers on my YouTube channel. That's amazing to me because when I started my channel, I didn't think that I would reach 100 subscribers. And so thank you so much for your support every single day. I love making the videos, whether it's an I Love Lucy video or a Dick Van Dyke Show video, and I've also started doing old Hollywood actors, actresses, tribute videos, and movie reviews, and so I'm expanding on my content, and just your support means so much to me. And so thank you for 300 subscribers, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!